What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the RADcast. I'm Andrew Malanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki Malanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Just noticed I'm not wearing my wedding ring right now.
Oh, single daddy in the house.
Single daddy. Hey,
and
ladies, what's up?
Want to give him a call?
Oops. Yeah, I was doing like my hair and I just had a shower, and I usually take my ring off for when I lotion up and do my hair, just so it doesn't get stuck in my ring.
You know, I should do that too. I don't do that. I should do that.
I started taking my ring off for like certain things, like, you know, that. And I remember that one time we were taking down stuff. What were we doing? No, we were putting up birthday decorations for our daughter for her birthday. And I was messing with the ladder, and I think because you got to like slap the sides of it to like unlock it and stuff. But then I noticed like there's a big chunk missing out of my ring.
Oh, is that when it broke?
I think that's what when it broke. So I started taking it off for like when I do the yard work or when I do something like
his original wedding ring broke.
That's actually the second one.
Oh, so we're on the third.
We're on the third one.
Okay.
The original wedding ring got too small because I noticed I was starting to check it off for certain things. I'm like, that is way too tight. So then I went up like a half a size.
Okay.
And that one was like, it was perfect. Okay, cool. And then that one broke. And now I'm the third iteration of it. So I got fat fingers, apparently.
I kind of almost lost my rings.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What was I doing? What was I doing?
I think you were.
I was baking something.
You were in the kitchen.
No. Okay, I was boiling something.
Yeah.
I think it was one of us had a cold.
Yes.
And whenever one of us gets a cold, we usually try to, mitigate shit by, taking our toothbrush, because we have like electric toothbrushes, and we usually like to take the heads of them off and boil them in water for like 3 minutes or so, or whatever they recommend you do, so that you're not like constantly putting your like shitty germs back in your mouth every time you brush your teeth. Because that's something I don't know that a lot of people think about when they're sick, that you're just, hopefully you're still brushing your teeth. And then if you do, you're just putting that same shit back in your mouth. I don't know whether to look there or there.
There. The lens. Hi, everybody.
We are, I don't know. I don't think you can tell, but we have a different setup in this room. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it in a second. Finish the story.
I knew that was going to start you off in a different direction.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear dog barking too. We have our windows open because it's a beautiful day outside.
Oh, yeah.
But the dog fucking ruins it by barking at everything. Anyways, I was boiling toothbrushes, I think, is what I was doing. And usually, like, I'll use a pair of chopsticks to like grab it out of the water. And I'm a righty, but for whatever reason, I did something with my left hand, and it was just hotter than I was expecting. And so, I got mom hands, so it wasn't like it was anything horrific.
Dip your hands in the
But it
oil.
was like throw my hands in the hot oil and make sure it's ready. But like I did something with my left hand, and it was hotter than I anticipated. And so I kind of did one of these numbers with my left hand, and I don't know what happened, but both of my rings flew. No resistance, flew off of my hand. And I was like, and I just stood there like this, like, oh, fuck.
Where'd it go?
The only bright side is that I was in the house. Obviously, they're here. Obviously, they're not lost forever. Like, whenever we lose something, I usually try to take comfort, like, well,
we don't go anywhere.
We didn't leave the house, so it's here. It's just a matter of finding it. So, and he was in the bedroom with our daughter putting her to bed. And so I was like, I wanted to be like, come help me, but you were busy. So what I did was what I usually do if and when I break a glass, which doesn't happen often. But like the last time I broke a glass, I wanted to find the little bits and shards that were everywhere, because we got a dog that's walking around. We got a kid that's walking around, and I don't want anybody getting glass
in
anywhere.
the feet.
And so the last time I broke a glass, I shut all the lights off, and I put my phone flashlight on and like got on my hands and knees and was crawling around on the kitchen floor, because I figured it would be easier to find it with the lights off and a light gleaming on them, so they would like glitter in my light. And it kind of worked. And so I was like, maybe it'll fucking work for the diamonds in my rings.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Spoiler alert, didn't do fucking much. Anyways, I found them. They were both in completely separate places in the kitchen. I'm just glad that I shook them in a direction that wasn't toward like the garbage disposal.
Oh, no.
Or something like that.
Oh, man, that would have been awful.
So, I don't know. I guess my fingers maybe lost weight and yours gained weight. I'm not really sure, but just a quick little bop, bop, and they just flew right off of my hand. It was very upsetting for the like 5 or 10 minutes that it took me to find them.
Mm. I remember one time, how old was our daughter? She was walking at this point.
I don't know what you're telling, so I don't know.
No, so when we were giving her a bath, we found my wedding ring in her mouth. I was like, how did that get there?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Right. I do remember that now. I found that on the floor, and because I didn't want somebody to step on it, I put it on your desk. That's how it's
probably in the middle of the shot the entire time. Like, why is there a screw on their table?
Fuck me. I'm just trying to keep my family safe.
No, but like
you're right. I do remember that now that you mention it.
I was like, wow, because I always took taking my ring off to do certain things. I didn't want like giving her a bath, like it scrape against her skin or something. So I usually took it off and put it on my nightstand. And then we're like, what's in her mouth? And I dig in and it's my wedding ring. Like, when did she get that?
Kids, man.
Thank God she didn't swallow it. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parenthood is wild.
It's never boring. Recommend.
Yeah.
If you want it. But, it'll keep you on your toes.
Oh, yeah.
It'll teach you a lot of shit about yourself and the world. A whole new world will open up to you, a whole new perspective to like almost fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything will have a new light. You'll look at things a completely different way, in a good way.
Oh yeah.
But that's a much different conversation for a different time. Andrew, clean up this fucking room.
Yeah. So if you didn't notice, the shot looks different.
I'm not sure that I would notice if I was a casual watcher.
I mean, come on, look, we're so much further away from the background. There's an actual light on the ground now. So I know that. There's a couple more things I got to do. You notice I got to take this thing down up there, that thing where the backlight used to be on top of. So I spent a good portion of yesterday just cleaning this room up, even, and like that side still is a nightmare. It's always been a nightmare. There'll always be a nightmare.
I mean, it's always looked clean from your perspective.
Yeah.
But little do you know that over there, it's
still a mess.
A junk corner. Over here, there's a bunch of fucking shit. Back here looks fine. I mean, if you're not paying attention, because you know how we'd usually be like, oh, it's hot. And then I would turn on the fan and I'd just be like, boop, and hit the switch.
They can actually see the light switch now. I think I told you before on the show that I got these little light switch panels on Etsy. They're supposed to look like the Star Wars themed.
They're cute.
It's really cool. So you can see these pictures that we got from a convention from somebody that
you couldn't see those.
You couldn't see those before. Now Spider-Man and the Wolverine, they're scratch art or copies of a scratch art from a former friend,
an estranged acquaintance. She's very talented.
but
she has exited our lives.
Yes. We do not associate with that person anymore.
Never did much.
But she's amazingly talented. Love those pieces of art. So I've been trying to find a space to put the YouTube button. I might put it down there when we're recording, just so it's there, so you know. There. But yeah, like the main reason. Well, one, I wanted to change up the look of things. I like separating a subject from the background because that's like rule number one as like a cinematographer, videographer in the profession. Like I always go to the clients and they're like, hey, we're thinking of doing it right here. And they always like back themselves up against the wall. I'm like, okay, let's take that like 6 feet this way, separate you from your background just to give you a little bit more, dynamic range and more depth to the shot. So that's a big reason why I did it. And also it frees up more space for when I shoot like TikTok videos. I constantly have to move this desk over and when the green screen comes down.
True.
It saves me some time. And every time I move the desk, it seems like this room gets like 10 times more messy.
Yeah.
So yeah. And like using this light instead of the other big light. And it makes things easier for different reasons. So this desk can stay here and I don't have to move during TikTok videos and stuff like that. And all the other equipment can stay away until because whenever I had to shoot, I had to take down the big light and it took like good 15 to 20 minutes just to get that done. So
I'm not a very observant person.
You didn't notice that it's a very small light compared to the other one.
I mean, it's a light.
Yeah.
But now that you pointed out, it's like, oh yeah, it is a different light, huh?
Yeah. So
Shouldn't look
just
directly
many
at
different,
it.
just as many different reasons why I changed the setup up, just to make it, and dog can run around in here now.
You can't see her, but there is a dog right here, just sniffing around. She's just astonished that she can walk around in here now.
I saw her in the monitor, like, wait, there you go. She's out there now.
Bye. I love you.
Bobby.
Hi, pretty girl. Okay. She just wants to be included.
Yeah, she wants to be included. Yeah, but that's pretty much the big reason. So if you're tuning in, it's, it looks different, because it is different.
Yeah. I don't think I'd have to look at like an old one versus this one side by side. You can definitely
tell the difference because the background is vastly different. And you can see the Empire Strikes Back poster now. And you kind of see the mess back here that I'll probably end up putting away at some point.
Yeah, there's a couple of frames down there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of like Star Wars pictures, like posters, and like just things your parents got me over the years. There's two of them, like these, like I think it's like they're like X-wings or something, like holographic X-wings.
No, yeah, is that what those two ones against the wall are?
Yeah, like I want to put them up.
I mean, you got space right there.
Yeah, I'll probably take those down, put them up there.
It's just a matter of like dog barking. It's just a matter of because you want your home to outwardly appear adult. And we just have a lot of those things that you see over in the corner down by Andrew's left side. Fucked up right now with the perspective. Those frames. It's, you don't typically hang Star Wars shit around like the common areas of your home.
Yeah, we had an agreement at our first house. Because they used to be in our apartment. They used to be out in like one area.
Well, because our apartment was like one fucking room.
Yeah.
Basically.
So then we had an agreement when we bought our first house. We're like, okay, the Star Wars shit stays in your like office area, like your man cave.
Because it would be really easy for it to take over the whole
home. Yeah, it would. Like,
which, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I guess you want to look like an adult.
Yeah. 39-year-old man.
At this point, like we keep saying, the world is a dumpster fire. So do whatever makes you happy. And if putting, Star Wars shit out in the common areas is what would make us happy, then I'd be like, you know what? I don't care this point.
There's only one real area I would hang Star Wars posters.
In the computer room.
Yeah, where our computers are, which I want to get a new desk. I'm toying around with like
I kind of need one too. Kind of, but not really.
I want to like commission somebody because I had a prospective client way back when they're I hate to say a carpenter. They're a woodworker. Like they build like built-in like
those are synonyms.
Yeah, but they work.
Carpenter sounds very Jesus-like.
Yeah, but they make like desks and tables and like built-in like shelving for like people, and they're all custom made.
You don't want to like simplify what they
do. They're very.
Even though I'm sure carpenters work very hard. I don't fucking.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be like they just dog, but they make some amazing pieces and stuff because I almost worked with them for like doing their socials and stuff like that, but it didn't for some reason it didn't work out. Even though they said they were gonna hire me, if they ended up not doing it, I think it just went by the wayside, and they realized they didn't need it anymore. But they have some really good stuff. I might want to commission them to make us like a big long desk that goes in where our computers are, because like
sounds expensive.
Probably.
My desk is from IKEA.
Yeah.
And it serves its purpose. I don't know. I kind of would like to. There's a couple little like projects I want to do around the house. It's just a matter of doing it. Because like my desk, I don't understand why there's like a little area that like it almost has like a bubble.
I think you might have left like a drink on the table.
Maybe it could be I didn't use a coaster because YOLO. And there's a couple of the like scratches and dings because of it's been around for a while. So I'd love to either like, I don't know, repaint it or something. The little nook table in our kitchen desperately needs to be sanded and restained. And I've been wanting to do that for a very long time. I just fucking haven't. And very recently, we had friends over to our house for Friendsgiving.
It's your tradition now.
Now a yearly tradition. I think this is our officially like second annual one that we had, like officially. We've had them in the past, but like as for us being like the ones that do it every year.
I think we've done, this is the third one we've done. Because I remember having, am I wrong?
Maybe not consecutively.
We might have done one in the old house. in our first house. We might have done one then.
I'm talking consecutively.
Yeah.
So this is our second official since we've taken it over, is what I mean. And for whatever reason, both years in a row, something has happened that's damaged something in our home. The first year, last year, I had on top of our fridge, I had a couple of like platters for like those kinds of occasions.
Serving platters, yeah.
And I don't know if maybe it was a bunch of people going into it. Because when I'm the type of person that when our friends come to our house, I'm like, my house is fucking your house. Do almost whatever you want. I don't care. You're here. And if you're here, it means I love you. So you can almost do whatever you want. So I'm the type of person that's like, if you want to drink, go in the fridge.
Yeah.
I'm not your butler. Go find a drink, idiot.
Get your own ice.
So I don't know if it was a matter. Make your own ice. My ice machine's broken. But I don't know if it was just people going into the fridge over and over again. I don't know if maybe whatever was on top of my fridge, the platters maybe got shifted around or something. But whatever, one thing led to another. And somehow one of those platters came crashing down onto my counter and then onto the floor, and it shattered. I don't think it shattered into a lot of pieces because I think it was ceramic. So it wasn't like splintering around like glass or some shit. But in any case, my kitchen counter now has like 1 or 2 scars in it. That will not be fixed. They're not big.
Oh no,
it's
there's
not
like
big.
little
It's
scratches.
not bad, but like it's not anything that makes me go like, oh my god, I gotta fucking replace my counter. But that's probably the only way to fix it. But it's nothing that makes me like, you know. Yeah. So a platter got broken and my kitchen counter got a little bit dinged up in one tiny spot. And then this is shut up, dog.
Name of the episode: Shut up, dog.
But this year, I love candles, and I like having candles all around the house, especially this time of year.
You just make it smell like the season.
And especially when we have friends over because, you know, I don't know. I like when it smells nice, and I like when it smells like the season. I put out more candles this time of year because I don't know. I don't have an answer. But so I put candles in every fucking room. And I had this tiny little candle that I put in our guest bathroom.
The half bath, yeah.
And I put it on, I probably shouldn't have, but our tiny little half bathroom, there's no counter space. So I was like, where can I put this candle? I didn't want to necessarily put it on because we have like the sink in our guest bathroom is like I think they call it like a pedestal sink. So there's no counter space. There's like a tiny little bit of space where you put like your soap dispenser and your like soap dish. But I was like, I don't want to, because the soap's there. Yeah. So I didn't want to put it there. So I was like, I'll just put it on the back of the potty, on the tank in the back. And so again, I don't know, maybe just people going in there and over. I guess it kind of shifted to the back where it was kind of leaning up against the back of the candle was kind of leaning up against the back of the wall. And, you know, the heat and the smoke, we're sitting there in our living room having dinner, and where I'm sitting, Brinner, brunch, lunch, whatever you want to call it, whatever it was, Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving meal. And from where I was sitting, I actually had a line of sight to that bathroom. And our friend that was sitting next to me, he was like, hey, by the way, your wall is getting all burnt up in there. The wall's all burnt up because like the candle's soot. Like up against the wall. It wasn't like burnt.
It was just the soot. It just like stained the wall. Because if it was burning, we would have smelled it. It was just the soot from the candle. Like.
And so I went in, I think you went in there. And it was like, oh shit. Yeah. Part of the wall's all black now. And I was like, I'll deal with that later. We're here to have a good time and vibe. So like the next day I was like, I bet I could probably just like wash this off.
Magic eraser it.
We got a magic eraser and it was starting to work.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there. It was a little annoying because water's now like running down my arm, down the wall. I'm trying to like scrub it off with the magic eraser. It was kind of working.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, let me speed this process up. I bet so that if I get a dish sponge that has like a rough side, maybe I can.
The rough side of a sponge?
Maybe I can, really get in there. That was not the call. That was the wrong call to make. Oops. So I get in there. I think the problem is, and you reminded me of this, you brought this up. For some reason, you seem closer now.
Yeah, I had to push us closer because of the shot.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is.
You don't want to be next to me?
No, because usually, shut up. Usually when I like go like this, you're much farther away. But now I could like, bah. Yeah. But you reminded me that much, if not every wall in this house
It's not painted.
is not actually painted. It's just primed. Like it's just naked
just
primer on the walls. Like all of our walls, with the exception of our daughter's room, because we painted that because we apparently love her more than anything. That's the only room in the house that we have painted is her bedroom.
You got to get the nursery ready for the baby.
And so the rest of the house is just.
Yep.
It kind of gives me like the chillies.
Yeah, it's like that rough primer.
It's not like that matte or semi-matte, whatever you call it. It's just fucking white primer.
Eggshell.
And so matte. When I was, I had already been magic erasering the wall, so it had already gotten, it was wet. And I guess now when I got the rough side of a sponge and now I'm really scrubbing into this dampened primer, a couple of chunks came off. And I was like, fuck no. The good thing is it was nice and white underneath. Yep. But
just chip away the primer. It'll be
like two little chunks of primer just came off. And I was like, oh, that wasn't the call, was it? So anyways, the wall still looks burnt up a little bit in that little area. Maybe it will be maybe it will be what prompts us to actually start painting in this house. And we'll start with that room to paint over the black ass, soot area on the wall. How soon that happens, I can't tell you. Could be in a month, could be in fucking 2 years. I don't know. But maybe it'll give us an excuse to actually start painting. The problem with painting is that Mr. High Walls over here, when we were house shopping, was like, I like tall ceilings. And so, our walls are so fucking tall.
They're at least like 20 feet high.
And
15 feet high.
In certain areas of the house, especially, like even in this room, it goes kind of high. But like in the middle of the house, it's just like, it goes up so fucking high. We would have to like bust out our big ass
ladder,
really tall ladder.
You gotta hit the side step.
And then even on top of that, we'd probably have to get like that really long roller so we can really get up to the top. Imagine taping off the top edge.
There are tools you can get to get the edges. I've looked this shit up. Or
we hire somebody.
Our neighbor paints.
Yeah, we already asked him and he never really got back to us. Maybe it's because we didn't pursue it.
We didn't pursue it. He's just like, yeah, what I do is because I guaranteed, because pretty soon we're going to paint the outside of the house. I'm definitely going to hire him for that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But he's like, yeah, I do interiors too. I'm like, really?
Well, because I wonder, cost-wise and, impending tariffs. I don't know if it would be more cost-effective because you think about hiring somebody. Something that stuck with me when I went, in my school days was that somebody, and it probably seems so obvious, but when you're in your late teens, early 20s, you don't fucking think about things because you're living in a fantasy world because you're like not really quite an adult yet, unless you have extenuating circumstances in your life that force you to be an adult early. But normally you're still kind of fucking dumb. But one of my teachers said something about how when you go to the store and you notice that you go, like if you go to produce or if you go to the deli and you see like pre-washed, pre-cut vegetables.
It costs more.
Or you see like pre-made little meals in the deli and it's probably going to be more expensive to, expensive per parts, per ounce, per whatever, to buy the pre-done thing, the pre-prepared thing, pre-packaged thing, because you're paying for that extra amount of effort that you now don't have to take by buying that pre-prepared item.
Paying for labor, basically.
Basically. Because if you're buying a package of like baby carrots, it's probably going to be more expensive per ounce than if you were to just buy whole, somebody just ripped them out of the ground, carrots.
Yeah.
Because you're paying for the fact that somebody took that time to prep it.
Somebody washed it, somebody cut it, somebody packaged it.
So, I always, when I think about hiring somebody to do something like that, I'm like, it's probably going to be so much more expensive because now you're paying them for their time and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But when I think about painting, I'm like, we got to buy all the fucking tools, the rollers, whatever shit you need to like edge this stuff. You have about 100,000 miles of painter's tape, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. But like, I always wonder, buying all the paint trays, the rollers, the brushes, the whatevers, the extra tools, the paint itself. Like, I wonder if all of that would kind of almost rival the cost of just having a professional do it. And they would do it so much faster than me too.
Yeah, well, there's
better.
Yeah, there's two big instances where it's like the next time this happens, I'm hiring somebody to do it. One is pressure washing our driveway and sidewalks.
Yeah, that was very time consuming.
Renting the equipment, getting it here, taking the time to actually do the thing.
It was fun for like 5 seconds. And then it was like, oh my God.
Because the cost of doing it ourselves and then hiring somebody, we saved $50. And then it took me all day to do it because one, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
And two, the piece of equipment that I rented wasn't really made for that big of a job. So the next time we have to pressure wash it, next time HOA fucking gets on our ass about pressure washing our driveway.
Go find something better to do with your time.
I'm going to hire that person because I did it before. The last time we had to do the entire sidewalk, we ended up spending $50 more and he did everything and just not the driveway. The second one is the fence. The next time we have to replace that fence, I'm hiring somebody to do it because that thing took 2 to 3 months to put up.
I don't remember.
And I
feel like you might be exaggerating a little bit.
No, it took a long time to put that thing up because it was
months.
It took around a month or so to get that thing up. Okay. Plan it out, get the materials, dig all the holes. We actually had our friends come over to help us out.
Luckily. Well, because at the time I was pregnant, so I was like, I can't do anything.
But guaranteed, if we were hired somebody, it would cost a couple $1,000s more because we actually had quotes come out and we ended up saving a couple $1,000s to do it ourselves.
Right.
But the time they would take to do it and do it right, do it properly, because there's certain spots on that fence I'm like, have somebody else do that next time.
It's just because it wasn't totally straight. Not that big of a deal.
They will come out and they'll do it in probably 2 days max.
Probably.
And it will be done so much quicker, so much better. And
listen, we did fine.
We did fine.
We did a fine job. He's just exaggerating that in a couple spaces, not perfectly straight. Is anything perfectly straight? Am I right, ladies?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Granted, the next time, if we do it ourselves, like, oh, I totally know how to do it this time because there's certain ways I did things that the next time I'm going to do it this way. But either if we do it ourselves, I'll know, have a better idea of how to tackle it.
Yeah.
But more likely, I'm going to hire somebody else to do it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because sometimes, depending on the project, it's easier, not easier necessarily, but depending on the project, it's probably cheaper to do it yourself. Yeah. But in other cases, it's probably...
It's worth the convenience.
Just as,
It's worth the convenience because
it might be just as expensive once you buy all of the tools and shit you're going to need.
Exactly.
Not even taking how much time it will take into account.
Time is money, man.
If I want to refinish our table in the kitchen, I could do that in a day.
Yeah.
We have the power sander. All I really need is just go out and get the primer or the stain. Yeah. And I'm sure they make, combination ones. It's all in one. I could just do that in a weekend. Because in our last house, I painted the kitchen cabinets by myself.
Yeah, and that turned out really, and the bathroom.
Well. I painted the bathroom. I would not do the counters again myself because that
was a lesson learned.
I did the counters. It was apparent that it's better to do
if we were to do that again,
because
I remember we had to redo the kitchen counters because we fucked them up. Because remember we tried to do a resin seal, and I didn't do it properly, and it ended up being a gigantic mess.
I do.
If we were to do that again,
that's because you got impatient. I think.
Yeah, working with resin, you have to be patient. You have to know. You have to mix it properly,
exactly the right way,
exactly as it says on the description. Because I got impatient, I'm like, that's good. So,
and then we ended up.
But if we were to do it again, I know. Yeah, I know exactly because we resin sealed a Christmas gift for my mom that our daughter. Remember those garden stones?
Oh yeah.
And she painted them. Then I ended up resin sealing them.
Yeah.
So I know how to work with it now. If we were to ever attempt that again, which I doubt we'll ever do that again.
I don't think so. I think kitchen counters or just counters in general.
We'll hire somebody to do that.
Just going to hire somebody to do it. I don't need to have the most top of the line, state of the art quartz or fucking whatever fancy ass granite is out there.
I would like a stone countertop.
I mean, it would be nice, great. But I don't know, you price your shit out. Again, tariffs. We'll see what happens in the near future with how much stuff costs, depending on what you're getting and where you're getting it from. So home improvement projects, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see what happens in the near future.
Everybody's gearing up for tariffs, man. Like my mutual on TikTok has a lightsaber shop. Level Up Sabers is totally like, hey guys, I'm putting a sale because you're not going to get them this low come January.
Well, I wonder if companies are going to fucking bank for like Black Friday this year because people are anticipating that kind of stuff.
Probably. I don't know. But yeah, everybody is just like, yep, it's coming. So we're just going to start jacking the prices up now.
We should handle ourselves like people did at the beginning of the pandemic and just buy up all the toilet paper.
Hoard the toilet paper.
Toilet paper and Lysol wipes because you never know.
You never know, man. We might be vulnerable to another pandemic. Because of certain people being put in charge.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We're not going in this direction.
No, we're not. We won't. I'm just like.
We're not going to go
internally, I'm just like, no! Okay. Anyways.
We're not doing this.
But speaking of lightsabers, something cool actually happened in the past couple of weeks. I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail.
Yes.
So like this one account called Saber Theory. Follow me on Instagram. I'm like, that's fun.
Can you go back and censor and bleep that first one that you said?
Which one? Level Up Sabers?
No.
Oh yeah. Yes, I will.
Bleep it out like it's a curse word.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, that's another story. I'll tell this one first. But they reached out to me and they're like, "Hey man, we love your content. We've been passing around the office. We think it's great. Would you want to, do a promotion with us for our company, and we'll send you a saber, and you can just feature it in one of your things, and and all that stuff to help promote our company." I'm like, "Sure, man, whatever, man. That sounds awesome. That's great." And like sent them my contact information, and I'm totally expecting to send me like they're like $50 sabers, and I'm gonna have to lie through my teeth. This saber is great. Oh my god! And they send me a link to the saber they're gonna send me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that because it's like the Anakin Skywalker $500 thing. I'm like, holy shit!
I'm like, you get to keep this thing.
I'm like, yep, I get to keep it as long as I have to stay true to the.
As long as you fulfill your obligations.
Yeah, as long as I fulfill my obligations, then I get to keep it. So it's like and it's such like a boost of confidence in my content that somebody actually is like, because I see like people all the time like, I got this deal, they sent me this. I'm like, I don't want free shit.
#ad, #sponsored.
Yeah, and it's basically sponsored content, but like. It's like, I wish somebody would reach out to me because it's like, I could do that.
I can do that too.
Yeah, because it's like all these other, like, granted, there are a couple other people that they work with that I actually follow. I'm like, they have some great content as well. But then there are other people that I see that don't work with this company necessarily, but with other companies. And I'm like, come on, man.
Fuck them. That's what I always say.
But yeah, it's super exciting because it's like, I'm a true content creator now. I'm getting sent free shit to do stuff.
Cute. I want free shit.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't do anything on social media
anymore. But yeah, I'm super excited for that because it's like, it's a legit, like, cool ass saber.
Cute.
So, still waiting for it to come in though.
Can I play with it?
Sure.
Fun.
I'll share it on social media once I actually get it. I've been waiting for it to come in the mail. It should be here like today or tomorrow because like I've been tracking it. It's like, it's going to be late. But yeah.
Whatever.
I want free stuff.
I'd like free stuff too. I don't do anything. I actually deactivated my Twitter account.
You should go over Blue Sky like everybody else.
I'm gonna fucking pass. I don't know, just because I remember, I think it was when what's his face first took over Twitter and made it X.
Mm-hmm.
That I think it was around then that everybody was like, "Oh my god, fuck Twitter, let's all go to Mastodon." And like, it was this big movement of like, oh, everybody's got to jump ship. Mm-hmm. And here's the next new big thing. You can find me here, and here. I'm like, bro, how do you keep up with this much social media?
And then Thread comes out.
Whatever the fuck that is. Like the Instagram version of Twitter.
Basically. It's
Facebook.
It's Meta's answer
they're all
to
the
Twitter.
same thing. I don't understand how it works. I don't even know what Meta owns both of those things.
Yeah,
I don't
Meta
know.
owns,
Nor do I care. Yeah. But I don't understand how people keep up with that much social media. I barely even post to one. And by barely, I mean never. But yeah, I just think it's funny because like back then, everybody was ready to jump ship. And the big one, I think at the time, was Mastodon. There might have been another one, but I don't remember. But I do remember people being like, find me over here. I'm going to post over here because it's the next big thing. And then what happened? Nothing. Everybody stayed on Twitter. Everybody continued to, stoke the flames of that dumpster fire. And now with, recent current events in the news, I don't know. I barely heard about any of it.
Yeah, I know. Like, what's going on in the world, guys? Nothing extreme
nothing
happened.
big happened.
Nothing big
continues
happened, right?
to happen, every day something new comes out. But
Can we wake up from this this lucid dream?
now everybody is like, oh, you can find me on Blue Sky. And so I'm very curious to see if we mean it this time.
I think Blue Sky has, I think,
seems to be doing well.
It seems to be hitting traction because like the last time I heard it, like over the past like week, it had like a gain of like 48 million like users, something like some double-digit millions.
Good for you. But here's the thing. If you're going to make the switch because you want to make a statement, fucking delete your Twitter then. You won't. Because you know that it's always going to be there. If you really want to make a statement, I don't know, fucking actually do the thing. Make the statement. Actually get off Twitter. Like, it's funny how, people want to make all these political statements and social statements and like white knight with all this stuff and be like, I'm going on Blue Sky. You can find me there. Okay, bitch, delete your Twitter then. Make a statement.
They won't
Go for
lose their
it.
millions of followers.
So you must not want to make your statement that bad. I don't know. That's just the way I see it.
I don't know.
You really want to make a statement, then do it.
I don't know. I predicted that Twitter wasn't, or X wasn't going to be around around this time of year. Because I can't remember when.
It's always going to be there.
when he bought it, and I was like, it's going to be gone within the next year or two. I don't know, man.
I mean, it's still there. It's just a piece of shit, but it's still there. And I really don't think it's going to go anywhere. You know why? Because everybody will make their secondary accounts on Blue Sky and Mastodon, whatever the fuck ever, but they're going to keep their Twitter because they got lots of followers there. So you're never truly going to hurt the brand because you're keeping it and you're still using it. You're not really making your statement.
So much is like, especially with social media now, it's like, because there was, remember the TikTok ban that was supposed to happen?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently that's not happening anymore.
Yeah, I think we all knew that wasn't actually going to happen. I feel like, wasn't there like a couple states that were like, I can't fucking use TikTok anymore?
They tried to go ahead and do that outright ban of like for users, and then they figured out they can't implement it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of, anytime people talked about that, I was like, that's not going to fucking happen.
Like, they pushed for it, but then certain things happen. Certain people have stock and like interest in the platform. So, and certain people are going to be certain things next year and they're going to benefit from it. So they stopped it.
It's funny how those things happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, whenever all that talk was happening, I was like,
it's not gonna happen.
It makes me laugh when people are like, fuck TikTok, I'm gonna go to YouTube Shorts. I'm like, bitch, same shit. I don't know. I know everybody has their like main argument against TikTok and all that shit, but I'm like, YOLO. I know.
You only live once.
All my
Might
shit's
as well enjoy
already
it.
out there. It's already, this piece of shit's listening to us as we speak right now. All we have to do is say one thing and then it shows up in my suggested ads and everywhere I go.
Yeah, that was weird. What was that one thing we were talking about? And then
you were talking about saber theory. And then all of a sudden now I'm getting saber theory shit.
Well,
on my
no,
phone.
because I was checking their shit out and their ads kept popping up on my phone.
And now I see it, even though I never searched for it.
Well, no, because the IP address, because it was connected to our Wi-Fi while I was looking for it. And now it pushed itself to all our devices.
Connected to my shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was something else. My mom at one point was telling me about, she was doing one of those like dinner services, like HelloFresh, where you get like the dinner box sets where they give you all the ingredients and then they give you like recipe sheets and you make your own dinner and it's supposed to like save you money on groceries or whatever. Maybe it's a good option in the near future. Probably not. But she was doing one of those at one point and I think it was called Every Plate. And she was telling me about it one time. And she was like, you want to try it? And I'm like, maybe. And she gave me like a couple of her boxes and I made one or two of them and they actually turned out really well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That one, like, I forget what it was called.
that
There was one
chicken
flatbread thing.
Yeah, the flatbread was good. And there's like this chicken like red peppers or whatever on top of it.
Something I just remember that pizza, the flatbread being really good.
Yeah.
It had like the reduced onion mushroom base, whatever.
Oh yeah,
it was really good.
Pretty good.
And she was just telling me about it and asking me if I wanted to try it and take one of her boxes that my dad probably wasn't going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I never once searched for it, but like the next day, all of my social media is like, you want to try every plate, bitch? And I'm like, I never even searched for it.
They got trackers in their fucking boxes, man. That's how they get you.
So I'm like, you know what? Fucking YOLO. All my shit's out there. This thing's listening. We've got, Google Homes that are listening. There'll be, I know everybody's experienced it where you're sitting there not talking to that bitch at all. And she'll be like, I don't know how to answer that question. I'm like, bitch, I wasn't talking to you.
Nobody's talking to you, bitch.
Nobody even said the word Google. Like, why are you up?
She can
Why are
probably
you
hear
listening to me? She probably is. But anyways, I knew TikTok wasn't going to go anywhere. And Twitter's not going to go anywhere because no one's going to delete their profiles because they have huge followings.
Well, it's going to be
there.
less regulated now because of certain things.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's free speech, brother.
Make your fucking statement if you want to make a statement. That's all I'm saying. Do it. You won't.
Oh.
I don't really care. I couldn't even tell you the last time I tweeted because I never do it.
I think the only reason I have my account still active is because I talked to certain friends through it.
That was why I kept mine going for so long because I had like DMs with people where that was like the place I talked to them. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that if we wanted to keep the conversation going, there's other avenues.
I got to double check and cross reference like my friends list. Is like, am I friends with everybody else on Instagram and that I was friends with on TikTok on X? So once I confirm that, I'm totally just deleting my account.
I will never call it X. It's so fucking dumb. But yeah, I deactivated it. And no, I will not be getting a Blue Sky account. I'm going to start a Blue Sky account so I don't tweet there.
Cool. Yeah, what do you call it? Just posting on Blue Sky?
I don't know. I think the icon is a butterfly.
So
not
that
that gives me any like clue. I know. I saw the icon for the app and it looked very similar to the bird from Twitter. Mm-hmm. The very minimalist outline. It almost looked like the same color blue.
Yeah.
But it was a butterfly, I think. And I was sitting there like, do you flutter? Like,
yeah, that's the one, like the biggest gripe I have about the name change. It's like everybody knows it's Twitter.
Everybody still calls it tweets.
I tweeted. It's so like in our vernacular now. It's like, hey, I tweeted this, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, I posted this in my socials, and it's like, which one?
Yeah, tweet. You automatically know.
You automatically know where it's going. So it's like, I don't know. It was such a. I think
that's the only social media that has like its own name for what your posts are called.
I think so.
Unless on Facebook, you're like, I updated my status. I don't know. I feel like that's a very boomery, millennially thing.
There is. I don't know. I told you about this. There's some like statuses for Instagram now. They're called notes.
God, I can't fucking keep up. I don't do anything on Instagram either. For fun. Let's see, when's the last time I posted
for Instagram?
To Instagram. Let's see. Wait, I don't even know where the icon was on my thing. Okay, let's go to my page. I last posted on February 24th of 2023.
2020? Oh yeah, you stole the helmet that I stripped down and I got to redo again.
Yeah, I put on one of Andrew's Mandalorian helmets. Feeling cute, might delete later, IDK. So I'm clearly very active on Instagram. And I don't think I've posted to anything to Facebook since our daughter was like less than 1. Yeah. Or maybe it was when she turned 1 or somewhere around there.
Those monthly updates of like, hey, she's this big now.
Yeah, which is mainly for family.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The only reason I haven't deleted Facebook at this point is because I have lots of historical documents in there in the form of college pictures. So
if they're not there, they didn't happen.
If I ever do one day be like, fuck Facebook, which I'm getting real close. I just need to go there, pull all my pictures off of it, and then I'm just gonna.
I'm sure there's a like some kind of desktop app or website where you can like download all of your albums.
Yeah.
Or there might be a feature in Facebook that you can do that.
That's the only thing keeping it alive for me is just that I have like years and years worth of college memories in the form of pictures. on my Facebook. That's the only thing that's keeping me from deactivating that. I'm not even sure if I signed out of my Facebook, if I would be able to get back in. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think my login email was my student email from UCF.
You probably redid your email long ago without even realizing it, because
I'm not looking to test that theory.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose all those pictures.
Oh, there'll be ways, because I think, it's linked to like your phone or something, or
I'm sure there would be a way.
There'll be a
I just don't feel like it sounds like a lot of fucking work, and I don't want to do it.
It's shockingly easier than you would think.
Probably. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't post. I don't post to Facebook. I clearly don't post to Instagram. I just deactivated my Twitter. TikTok, haven't posted a single thing, and yet
you have like 100 followers or something.
I don't think I actually have that. I have 95 followers. I haven't posted a single
It's just
fucking
people
thing.
saying, follow me back, please.
Well, I think it's Schmodown people. A lot of it is probably Schmodown people. You're, random rando here and there.
Yeah.
What else do I have? I don't have Twitter anymore. Facebook, I don't fucking post. TikTok, I don't post. I just lurk. Instagram, I don't even lurk. I don't even look at Instagram.
She doesn't like my stuff.
No.
Even though I just posted.
Because I don't go on.
You should go on and like my post.
I could do that.
Do it right now. Well, I'm watching.
Okay, hold on.
That's
this
right
one?
there. That one. Boom.
Okay, I hearted it. Is there anything else supposed to? Do I repost it to my fucking thread or my story? I've never posted a story.
Posted a story of how boost it to the algorithm.
I've literally never posted a story. I don't see the point. I think it's kind of stupid to post something that's just gonna poof disappear in 24 hours. What's the fucking point?
Exclusivity.
Oh, so now we're promoting click culture. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, I love excluding people. Maybe I'll get into that now. Because I feel like that's almost the new age version of like your MySpace top 10. Like, are you in my close friends story list?
Hey, man. Makes you feel special when somebody makes you your close friend, and only you and a certain group of people can see it.
That's the only thing, is it is actually quite secret. Like, nobody can see who's on MySpace. It was like, these are the people that I like the best. And it was like a public list, right? If I remember correctly. But on your close friends on Instagram, you don't know unless you're on it.
Theoretically, you could go to a friends only post. Because I posted our Pennsylvania trip to my close friends list of like pictures and like videos that we just took. So only close friends can see that post. And you can go into like you can see who likes it. And if you go in and you say, oh, this person also like that, means they're on their close friends list. So there's ways to see who's on the list.
If you are doing that, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, get a fucking hobby. Holy shit. If you're doing that, you're either 13 or you need something better.
Who else is looking at their post?
Oh my God. You need to take up a hobby. And I say that with all sincerity and respect. Please. It's not good for your mental health either.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like if you're like crushing on somebody and you're like, who else is looking at their posts?
It's probably
that's probably exactly why. Yeah.
That I'm not like a preteen at this time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it could be very easy to be like,
or single.
Do you believe that they like this one post?
Yeah.
I found out that I'm not on their close friends list, but they're on mine. And I think that it should be a mutual thing. Like, I'm so glad that I'm not 13 right now.
Oh God.
I mean, for certain reasons, I think it would be fun to go back, but for a lot of reasons, I'd be like, no. It just depends on what aspect you're talking about. But I don't know. There's too much social media out there. And
yeah.
And I know we've talked about this so much. There's so many upsides to it, but there's so many downsides to it. So you just got to be careful with how you use it. You know?
Yeah.
TikTok is not, for example, not all just like mindless, stupid fucking dances.
Yeah, I'm getting
there's
a lot
actual
of those.
there's actual information you can get.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know there's a lot of people that are like, where do you get your news from? TikTok? And it's like, you can. Like, literal news outlets actually have TikToks where they clip out their own news segments. So you can actually
you just gotta be careful with the
from
information.
the news. But if you're listening to, Twink Boy 69 giving his
Destiny.
take Destiny. I've heard of that guy.
Yeah.
If you're listening to some random person giving their take on something, you just have to be more discerning of, and you can't just take what they're saying as gospel. If some random Joe Blow is saying something, you might have to fact check it yourself.
Yeah, we do that all the time too. Like there are times where like I'll come across something on TikTok or you'll find something on Reddit. We're like, no way, and then we go and do our research.
I can't. That's a sentence I hate at this point. Do your fucking research, but like it is very easy to get misinformation.
Oh yeah,
misinformation,
and disinformation. Yeah.
There was one thing, like when the election campaign was active and going on, pre-election results.
I am glad and upset at the same time that the election is over.
I'm not biting. I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
But like there was something, I'm not going to bring up details, but there was one specific thing that one of the candidates supposedly said that had been circulating around a lot. And it was something that I was like, okay, I've seen this around a lot. Like, I can't believe that this person said that. Kind of fucked up. And then one day, for some reason, I was like, you know what? I've never actually seen the clip of them saying the thing that people said that they said. So I tried to look it up, tried to find it, couldn't. I did, however, find more than one source, some more credible than others, that were like, you know what? That never actually happened. Somebody actually kind of just
made it up,
elaborated or exaggerated and made it up, and it never actually happened. And you're not finding a clip because there kind of isn't one. And I was like, oh, damn. So it's very easy, to
find something and just run with it.
So, there is credibility to the do your research slogan that a lot of people have. But something tells me that a lot of people aren't good at researching, and there's a lot of confirmation bias. I wish we'd
stop saying that and just say, "Hey, look it up." That's basically what everybody's saying. Just look it up, because doing your research makes you sound smarter than you are, and it's like you realize what actual research is, right? It's like control groups and like citing your sources and doing all this and that. It's like actual study groups and like gathering information, not just like looking up on Google, which is basically what everybody's doing.
Yeah. So. Well, because I think a lot of people are especially right now, I think a lot of people are incredibly susceptible to the notion of confirmation bias, where it's like, I have this one opinion in my head. Okay, I'm going to go do my research. And then they go Google it. They find maybe one thing. Like, I hesitate to bring it up.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about vaccines and autism. Supposedly, that whole notion is tied back to like one specific article from like the 90s or something.
It's like from an article based off of a study that wasn't all that great.
Well, and also I believe that it was, I think that the person that authored it retracted it or something to that effect. I haven't done my full research on it, but like it was like one article, I believe it was retracted, but people that wanted to find something found that, and then they just fucking ran with it forever and ever. And anything that contradicts that opinion, they go, well, no, but they said here. And it's like classic confirmation bias. I'm going to look for the one thing that actually aligns with what I think, whether it's a credible source or not. But I found it in my research, so I'm going to run with it. And anything that disagrees with it, that's now fake news. And so, it's very easy when you're doing your research on the Google machine that you find something you like, and then you turn a blind eye to what you don't like, and you just reject it because, nope, that's not what I think. And people on both sides, all sides do that. I'm not trying to say one side only does it. Both sides do it. And it's horrifically frustrating. So I'm really hoping that we do wake up from whatever hellish fucking timeline we're on right now.
Yeah.
No, I keep thinking about that Loki show where they have all the different timelines. And I'm like, God damn, I wish that was a documentary.
I want to watch season 2. I heard great things about season 2. I forgot
there was a season 2.
Yeah, I have so many shows I got to catch up on. Like I have to finish before I start Arcane. I have to finish Vox Machina season 3. Greenlit for season 4. Fuck yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of other shit that I don't watch. I started watching Avatar, which I'm only like
Not Blue People Avatar.
No.
Arrow.
Yeah,
Avatar.
Arrowhead. Because I want to finish the animation and then pick up on the live action. Before I want to finish the animation before I start the live action and have my own opinions on it. So, but I'm really enjoying everything.
You mean you don't want to watch a bunch of people review it on YouTube and then form your opinion based on their opinion? Not my bag.
If you didn't watch it, you don't have an opinion on it. Sorry.
Well, no, those people watch it.
Yeah.
But if I want to get an opinion on it, I'm going to watch it.
Oh, no, I've run into people out in the world
who haven't seen something.
who haven't seen something,
But
and
they took somebody else's
and
opinion.
they took somebody else's opinion. And I literally asked them, did you watch it? And they're like, no, but I heard. It's like, okay, then watch it first.
Yeah.
Just watch it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was during a shoot for
That's
a client.
another downfall to social media is that people don't really have many original thoughts anymore.
Nope. They just run with with whatever they hear. I'm like, ooh.
You're so popular.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's actually an important email that I got to check out.
Wow.
Yes.
Very
Adult
important.
things.
Grown-ups.
Grown-up stuff. But yeah.
Don't call it grown-up stuff. Adult stuff makes it sound. You know.
Anyways.
Never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have anything to watch because I don't watch anything. I know what I like and I watch what I like.
I wish you would watch this stuff with me. I think you would enjoy it.
Depends on what it is.
That's kind of the stuff I'm watching now. I don't think you have much interest in it.
Avatar, I'm going to pass.
It's good. It's fun. It's
I'm sure it
lighthearted.
is, but you know, there's things that I don't have to like it for it to be
Yeah,
good. I'm
like
sure it can be good. It's just not my cup
Arcane
of
and
tea.
Vox Machina, you'd probably have to watch the first seasons. I don't know if you. I think I might. You might enjoy Vox Machina because it's it's based off a Critical Role. So
They're fun.
yeah.
I might get peer pressured into
Arcane.
Arcane.
Arcane might be easier for you to ingest because there's only 2.
You calling me stupid?
No. Because
There's a lot of shit with the lore with Vox Machina and all that shit.
Yeah, and yeah. But like Arcane's only 2 seasons, so and they're like 45-minute episodes. So I think it might be easier time-wise for you to get through.
You see, the problem is I'm a very simple individual. I'd like to watch things that make me happy and make me laugh.
Highlights of Good Mythical Morning. That's a great channel.
I'm so upset that it took me so long to get in that channel. But at the same time, I'm glad it took me a while because there's so much shit to catch up on.
And then how did you stumble across Mythical Moments? Is their own run site?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a great channel.
The algorithm got me. But yeah, I don't know. I personally find it difficult to get into things that are serious,
Like narrative,
and have like more dramatic themes.
Yeah.
And
that's all my shit, man. I love it.
I like lighthearted shit that's gonna make me happy. It's gonna make me feel good.
You probably won't like Arcane then. Arcane can be depressing.
If I want to be depressed, I'll watch the news. I don't need to look to entertainment to get depressed. It's too easy on your own. So, you know, if I'm going to choose my own content to ingest, it's going to be mindless entertainment.
Or K-dramas. Oof.
Or K-dramas.
Oh. We're in the middle of one right now. It's getting spicy.
They just kissed for the first time. Oh.
And he asked for permission first, a consent
We
king.
love a consent
my goodness.
king. Oh my God. They got like so close. He was like right there. And he's
They're
like,
touching noses and we're like,
yeah, they were little Eskimo kisses. He was like, is this okay with you? I'm like, oh,
do I have
boy.
what did he say? Do I have your
permission or something like that? That it was like, whoa, who does that? Ooh. But good for you. Yeah, but they kissed for the first time. The fire sprinklers were going on, so they were getting rained on and shit. Their clothes were all wet, and he was like, "Do I?"
His shirt was like basically see through. You could see his muscles, and
I was like, "Get her, hell yeah,
get her."
So that's heating up. So that's very exciting. But yeah, if I'm gonna get into something that's serious, it's gonna be by accident, like Game of Thrones. That was not fun at all.
Oh, no, it was not.
That was awful. But I watched all of it, all 20,000 seasons of it.
It was only 9 seasons.
That's a lot. And they were like hour episodes, weren't they? Mm-hmm. And it was so much to keep track of. We never read the books. And it was, I feel like even after watching one episode, I was like, what the fuck what happened?
Yeah.
Like we would get
gotta
to
keep notes.
the next week's episode and how they would always do that like recap at the beginning of an episode. I'd be like, I don't even fucking remember that. Anyways, but that happened by accident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I got into that because you started watching it before me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You got pressured into watching it.
I don't know how it must have been.
You got pressured into watching it by my best friend and my brother. Like, you have to watch it. You got to be be like the rest of us.
Was that when we were in our one apartment and they made me watch Cool Runnings?
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Because I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of Game of Thrones and I was like, fuck, now I want to know what happened.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
So that's how they get me. So if you want to get me into a show, you got to trap me. You gotta fucking trap me in a chair.
Maybe I'll sit down and force you to watch 1 episode of Arcane.
You think one's enough? To make me be like, ooh, what's going to happen with Daenerys now?
I can't remember how the first one went because like I got hooked immediately. Because I remember I was recommended by Arcane by Maria, of all people.
Cute.
And I was like,
I'll sit there, Maria? Doubt it.
She's
if you
not
are,
watching.
hello.
She ain't watching.
Well, maybe she should.
But like I spent one night, I was like, maybe I'll watch it one night. Because this is back when we had access to Netflix before we bought our own account. And I'm like, okay. And it was like 10:30 at night. You're in bed. I'm like, I'll watch one. And then it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, one more episode. Just one more episode.
I don't know. It's
I got hooked immediately because it was like, one, the animation style is amazing. And then 2, like, just like, maybe watch 1 episode because I got hooked immediately. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
You gotta trick me into this.
I'll sit you down one night and just watch 1 episode.
Oh, that was a truck driving.
Yeah,
it sounded like it was in my headphones. Oh my god. If you rub my feet the whole time, I'll meet.
Yes.
Okay. If we might be able to talk turkey, talk business.
Business.
If you rub my feet the whole time.
Yes, I will rub your feet the whole. It's like a 48-minute foot rub.
Uh-oh.
That's how I'll get you.
We'll see what happens.
Because I do want to rewatch the
Give
first
me
season.
a glass of wine or a glass of some kind of drink. Rub my feet.
I'll give you a seltzer and a foot rub.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later. We'll see. And we'll see if I actually get hooked on it. I don't know. I can. It's possible. It's just hard.
I really love that show.
I just like mindless shit that makes me feel good and makes me happy, makes me laugh. That's my vibe. It's an aura thing, you know?
Anyways.
Kind of bump up my aura points.
Yeah. So, we'll go ahead and here. Sorry for the absence, by the way.
Absence.
Busy. Mostly it's just been lazy. Been unmotivated to do things.
Lazy, mostly.
Yeah.
It's also just been a weird week or two. So, you know, I'm not sorry. If you're still here, it must be because you want to be. So, this is on you, kind of. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll probably get back into a regular.
Yeah, we'll try to get back to a regular schedule.
I don't know. There's been a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
you know?
just been nonstop lately. But thank you for joining us on this episode. If you want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Rogueleaderdrew. If you listen to this on audio form, please follow, feed, and rate us.
If you want to follow me on social media, good fucking luck. And if you're listening on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell in the lower right-hand corner. See, we do things on the YouTube.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the RAD Cast. We'll see you guys next time.